Men of the 2nd Division, it is seldom that I have an opportunity of addressing so many of you together on a subject of such universal appeal. This subject is a plan for the erection of a memorial to the men of the 2nd Division who have given their lives for their country. All of you have friends and comrades who have been lost in action against the enemy or who have died in the performance of their duties as an American soldier. These are hard and bitter facts of war. These men live in our memory not only because of our sense of personal loss, but also because of the admiration and respect we have for them and for the supreme sacrifice for which they made for their country and for their comrades. Their loss has been even more deeply felt by their loved ones at home, to whom they will never return. That their memory may live on, a number of men in the division have for some time thought it appropriate for us to create in this area a memorial to these gallant comrades as a shrine to which their families and loved ones, and indeed many of us, may return in years to come. The matter was brought to the attention of a meeting of the wing and group commanders, and as a result, a committee appointed representing the officers and men of the division to investigate the possibilities. The form which such a memorial should take was a problem on which the committee sought the aid and counsel of our neighbors in the city of Norwich, to whom we are so closely bound by ties of friendship and proximity. With their help, there has finally been evolved a concept which I believe to be eminently fitting for this purpose. The city of Norwich will erect a public library adjacent to the city hall. The city fathers have enthusiastically offered to dedicate to the 2nd Division the entrance hall of that library as their contribution to the 2nd Division Memorial. The adornment of the interior will be the contribution of the men of the 2nd Division. The building will be in every way worthy of our fallen comrades and of the cause for which they gave their lives. And the interior will be designed in harmony with this concept. It will be a stately and beautifully adorned hall of memory, bearing on its walls a plaque for each bombardment group of the division and dominated by a noble piece of sculpture, symbolic of the achievements of these men of the 2nd Division. Beneath each plaque will be placed a bound volume containing a short history of the groups and inscribed with the group's roll of honor. The hall will furnish a harmonious and significant setting for these group memorials. And this will be no static memorial, for the entrance hall will lead into 2 rooms designed to be living centers of American ideals and culture. On one side, an American reference library, and on the other, an American reading room adequately supplied with current American periodicals. Thus, as I know the men to whom this memorial is dedicated would wish, their memory is perpetuated not only in stone and wood, but in something of living spiritual significance, which brings a daily influence of American thought and ideals to the people of this community with whom we have been so closely associated during these difficult years. This will be a memorial to which all of us will be proud and glad to return on a future visit. In order to fashion a memorial worthy of these high purposes, architects have estimated that approximately £20,000 will be needed as our share of the cost, and this sum must be raised from the men of the 2nd Division. This money, when collected, will be placed in trust to be expended to create the 2nd Air Division Memorial. I know that all of you will welcome this opportunity to express in concrete form what so many of you already have in your minds. The voluntary contribution of this sum should not be difficult if the response is as enthusiastic as I expect it to be. Arrangements have been made for the collection of your share of this sum through your individual units. Your unit commanders have the necessary information. As you leave the theater tonight, you will receive a pamphlet explaining more fully the aims and the purposes of this memorial and how collection will be accomplished. Together we have built the 2nd Air Division into one of the greatest aerial striking forces in history. Together let us build this fitting memorial to its officers and men who have sacrificed their lives on the overthrow of the enemies of our country in order that the ideals of our American democracies, and indeed all democracies, shall endure.
You can sit down and tell us what happened.
My Lord Mayor, on behalf of the officers and men of the 2nd Air Division, it gives me great pleasure to present to you this document establishing a trust fund of £20,000 for the construction of our memorial in the city of Norwich. This memorial, in the form of the entrance hall to your new public library and its adjacent reading rooms, will be our tribute to our comrades who made the supreme sacrifice for their country in carrying out the great air offensive against Germany from English bases. This memorial, we feel, will not only be a shrine which the families and loved ones of these gallant men may visit in years to come, but will also express our deep gratitude to the people of the Norwich community for their marvelous friendliness and hospitality during our stay in your country. The combined efforts and sacrifices of our two nations and their allies have overthrown the Nazi menace so that the ideals of free people may endure forever. I speak for all the men in my command when I say that the memorial to be constructed with these funds will be to them, and they hope to their many friends in this part of England, a symbol of those ideals, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
General Kepner, I consider it a great honor to be Lord Mayor of Norwich on this historic occasion, and to receive at your hands the duplicate trust deed of the fund raised by your command for a memorial to those men of the 2nd Bombardment Division of the United States Army Air Force who have died for freedom during the time they have been engaged in operations against the enemy from aerodromes in the vicinity of this city. For those of us who have lived during these great days, now ending in victory, their deeds will never be forgotten, and the memory of the fallen will be enshrined in our hearts. We appreciate to the full the spirit actuating the members of your command in establishing this trust. In due time, we hope to see this memorial take shape in the new public library to be erected in the Civic Center adjacent to the City Hall. This will be a reminder, both to this and future generations, of the magnificent achievements of your division, the members of which have been welcome guests in our city and our homes. For those of us who have lived during these great days, now ending in victory, their deeds will never be forgotten, and the memory of the fallen will be enshrined in our hearts. We appreciate to the full the spirit actuating the members of your command in establishing this trust, the objects of which we shall regard as a sacred duty to carry to completion. Mr. Town Clerk, I now hand to you this document for safe custody in the Corporation's archives.